I don't mean to modernise anything particularly. I don't mean to challenge people. I just, I've always been the same. I never teach out of books. I only ever teach from my own experience. So that's why I'm very conscious when I'm teaching. I might say, oh, and something I did last week. Oh, and something I did last, for last fortnight or 6 months ago. And I think, oh, I hope people don't think that I'm doing this because I just want to talk about myself. I'm not, because I always teach really what I know, and what I know is from the experiences I've had. So I just teach simply from my heart and what I know to be my truth. Hopefully that it sits with people better, but I obviously went through traditional training methods of sitting in circle, as we did then. So it was a small group of people around a table. You'd sit there every week for like 2 hours, you'd meditate, you'd come back from meditation, and then you'd write down in your book all the things you may have seen and experienced. You'd then repeat them around the group to the circle leader. She may give you some kind of indication of what she might thought that might be, or isn't that interesting, and then you do exactly the same. And I enjoyed it. It was a very passive way of working. There was no real instruction, but I definitely came away with feeling that I was in the presence of the spirit world, and that was very important to me. So I love those old experiences. But I think if mediumship's going to move on now, we need to start looking at things sensibly. And I promise this is true. I've had people that have been with me recently and said, I've been on your weekend course and I've learnt more about mediumship in this 2 days I've learnt in 10 years. And I think that's horrific. I think it's terrible. What they've been doing for 10 years. So yeah, we need to look at it sensibly and work ways together. I'm the first to say I don't have all the answers, and what I'm teaching you today, I'll teach you something different next year, because I'll be expanding upon my knowingnesses. I know it's not, you won't find that in the dictionary, but I'll be expanding upon that which I know instinctively. So if it turns things on its head, then I think all the better. Mediumship is as simple as, I focus on you now and we have a conversation. I now need to work with the spirit world. I don't focus on you anymore. My focus goes to here. And that's where I feel them coming close. So I shift my awareness. That's what it's about. You're shifting your awareness from the physical world to the spiritual world. And it's as simple as like a valve in the mind. And when we make it overcomplicated, like I need to sit for X amount of time and drink tons of water and have a process of visualization, it works when you need it to work at the beginning, but the more you work, you recognize, I haven't got time for that, I need to get on with it. And I did a program for TV in the UK and a little bit in America, where I was sent out on the street. It was called Street Psychic, and that was an interesting process for me, because literally I was going up to someone and you tune in. But you're tuning in with a bus behind you, someone pulling funny faces at you in a high street, and then if I thought, my God, I've now got to go through the whole chakra process to get anything at all, it wouldn't happen. You got, hello, may I speak to you? I've got your mum. And that's how quick it is. And that's how I love it, because it's how simple it should be.